I haven't seen too many people doing that lately.
Everyone in my casual. But it's casual, so.
Lord help.
I saw that more at the beginning of the season, but I haven't really seen it since. Unless you think you're going to like massively lose. It's a little bit different.
You bet against the 22 death.
Well,
22 would be a lot.
Nope, they did not.
It would be hard to die 22 times.
You get a
Fair slow. That's a good beat for us.
How did I not hit level 2? Oh, that thing didn't.
They are going
one minion.
towards the left. Ah!
You need 1 minion? I'm gonna gank. Oh, that's a 3.
The one thing that they're lacking is clear, so we can beat them in the clear department, which is nice.
That was a good gank. That was a little. That was pretty cheese, but it was a good job.
It's Mulan. There's no such thing as too much cheese.
Oh, that's their shell down. That's nice.
Is she back to being good again?
Mulan?
Nice.
Let the light banish them from the shadows.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
I decided to play.
I did not realize you went to this hobby.
I'm just auto attacking away, baby.
I flank it go on her, but I don't.
Ow.
Wait. Since when does Sir Cat have a cleave auto?
A couple patches.
As well. Yeah. 2 or 3 patches.
Oh, Pele's in mid. They're doing
This year at some point, yeah.
They're going for that.
That's new to
They're
me.
on the
I'll
heart
take it.
system.
Is this here at some point?
Cauterizing wounds.
So it's really annoying.
There's a Pele.
I am
He's blocking. Medusa's actually getting wrecked by the creep.
Yes. Ellie's still around.
Alright.
So many creeps.
You can maybe go for that purple even with Pele here. There's too much cheese. There's no such thing as too much cheese. Bro, I had a sausage.
I am weak.
Oh my, he's got wrecked. I had a sausage 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Pear and Gouda
delay things anymore.
stuffed sausage. Literally life-changing. Life-changing.
Quit it.
So good. Has anybody watched Record of Ragnarok on Netflix?
Hello.
Funny enough,
How's life?
Record of
How's life?
Ragnarok is the only
great.
anime I've ever watched.
Good to
It
hear.
could not
Like
be
for
better right now.
realsies. Like I watched the whole season.
I somehow doubt that.
It's the only
you're
anime I've ever
wrong.
watched.
No, you could have an epic gaming PC set up. but
Strictly
already do.
because I liked
I already do.
There it is.
I liked
There it
the concept.
Is
Wait,
that
you're on
really all you
PC
need?
now,
That's all you
Spud?
need. Yeah.
Spud, you're not on console
I've been on-
anymore.
Yeah, that's why I lost all my skins, because PlayStation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, PlayStation sucks. Don't do that.
Yep.
Do you have a good
Yep.
gaming chair?
No.
Literally
not
the
yet.
only
Okay,
one
there
that
it
I've
is.
ever watched.
I'm
don't have
relying
an
on the
epic
headset.
So,
You don't have an epic.
interesting
PS.
choice. I know.
Oh.
Normally,
You have two
the like
monitors, though, and that means
the
something.
concepts for animes just don't interest me. Like I just like the story synopsis. I just don't find enticing. But it was like, hey,
I'm heading into your purple.
gods versus legendary
else?
humans, and I was like, love the
Something like that.
concept. Love the concept. Huge fan. The show was terrible,
All right, I now
But
have the
fun.
spirit of the 9 winds.
if that makes any sense.
On my
Like
side.
from a was the show any good perspective, it was not any good at all. Not any good.
Ooh, yes.
What's up, Bam?
Where is she at? Oh, no, I'm not there yet. Oh.
But like watching
heard
like
me stealth. That
Zeus
was so
fight
awkward.
Adam was cool. It was cool.
Walking
He's
away.
like, huh? Joke's on you.
You know,
I know you're here.
I enjoyed it for what it is, 5 out of 10 show. 5 out of 10 show. 9.8 out of 10 on the cheesy scale. 10 out of 10 content.
Oh god. Oh, Jesus, help.
Are you good over there?
Save me, Tom Cruise.
Oh, you're killing her.
I was just,
Yeah.
I was just pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want? Do you want me to help with this wave?
It might not. Yeah. That'd be a good idea.
Pele is headed over to solo.
Okay.
Ew.
We kill her. It's fine.
I've seen partials, Darth, of a lot of anime.
See, we kill her.
There's just
You're
only
slowing them down, but we did it.
one season of Record of Ragnarok, which is why I've seen all of it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't have the mana for it.
I've seen like some Naruto, but not a lot. I've seen some Inuyasha, but not a lot. I think I saw like an episode or 2 of what was it, Death Note.
Hi.
I watched maybe like 10 plus episodes of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. A lot of the times when there's like no shows on that I want to watch, I'll like start an anime, get a couple of episodes into it, and then something will come out that I really want to watch, and then I totally forget about it, and then I never go back. It's happened a lot, like a lot.
Hashtag one more wave.
I'm back in. I'm back in.
Oh, I'm dead.
It's kind of just the way that it's gone.
The death com was hashtag
Nice
one
job.
more wave.
What's up, Varric?
That is not nice.
I am very
C4,
excited
if you
for
listen to this later, I
season
have
2
not
of
asked
Alice
for
in
any of
Borderland.
this. It's just
Alice in
happened.
Borderland was my show of the year last year.
I have.
That was 2021. Was that 2020? It might have been 2020.
I respect.
Might have actually been 2020 when that show came out. But with the year that came out, that was my show of the year. Loved Alice in Borderland.
Cauterizing wounds.
Which I do believe is based on a manga. I've liked a lot of shows based on manga. I just don't necessarily love the anime, like, tropes, if you will. So I prefer them when they, like, transform it into, like, a live action. Like, I really like that.
I am
Don't worry.
A little awkward on the
Here for your stacks.
How'd you know I was
Mana, you can't do that.
Alice in Borderland is so much better than Squid Games.
Sebek is here.
I do think, though,
Yuan
that
missed all.
the popularity of Squid Games probably gave Alice in Borderland a big boost in viewership, which also probably
don't mind
encouraged
me.
them to put more money into
Casual
season
listening.
2. So I consider it a giant net win.
Good call.
Because Alice in Borderland came out before Squid Games, and nobody was talking about Alice in Borderland besides me ranting and raving and telling everybody to watch it. So, like, we were watching it, and I told my brother, and my brother watched it, and he was like, bro, is this show literally, like, amazing? And I was like, yes, it is. And then Squid Games came out, and Squid Games was good, and I highly enjoyed Squid Games. But after Squid Games, people were looking for shows like Squid Games. And then Alice in Borderland got a big viewership boost.
That is.
That's a win.
That is.
That's a win. Because it kind of went under the radar.
Oh.
It wasn't
Oh, get out,
super
get out, get out.
popular when it came
no, stop
out.
putting it.
And then it got a big boost after Squid Games.
They're coming towards you, Spectre. I'd back out.
Am I good?
I'm doing pretty good, JT.
Reaching the XP, don't worry about it.
We'll go over here and do these in con. Never
For those that
mind.
have never watched Alice in
Down.
Borderland and you're not sold on it,
Popped up.
Squid
Sounds
Games
good. Back yet.
is more like the real life
God
horror
guys.
version of like the terrible scenario Alice in Borderland is more like the video game, the video game version of that scenario, if you will. That's the way that I kind of think about it in my head. It's a little bit more like you can almost feel the storyline is a little bit more less just about like, you know,
beautiful, dude.
Evil people, evil corporation. It's a little bit more like fantasy. Still in like the genre around kind of Squid Games, you know? And if you watch the show, you'll kind of see what I mean, where you can draw the parallels between the shows.
I hear Pele. I think she's on the blue.
Oh gosh.
I'm on their blue? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say, one caveat to Alice in Borderlands is you have to make it through the first episode.
To be honest, I wasn't even
I knew so many people that turned off Alice in Borderlands 30 minutes into the show.
Oh, I'm rolling.
You can't turn it off. You can't turn it off 30 minutes into the show.
That wooded.
What do I have to buy? Breastplate. You gotta get to the end of the first episode.
Whatever needs to be done so we can.
You gotta get to the end. You turned it off 30 minutes into the show, see?
I hit so hard.
You gotta make it through to the end of episode 1, because by the end of episode 1, no. The first episode isn't bad. It's just that within the first 30 minutes, it's kind of hard to tell what you're watching. It takes the show about 40 minutes to get to like, oh, this is what the show is going to be about.
I was dead. I was 100% dead.
And then by the time you get to the end of the first episode, you're like, oh, so this is what's happening.
I can't take it.
The first 30 minutes is kind of just like character introductions, and it's kind of like I don't really understand what's happening.
You want their red?
But yeah, I knew a lot of people that literally started watching it and then they turned it off, and I was like, how'd you like it? And they're like, couldn't get through the first episode. I was like, but did you make it to the part? And they're like, what part? And I was like, you didn't make it, you got to go back and watch it. And then they go back and watch it and they make it to it and they're like, bro, this is crazy. And I was like, exactly. You just got to make it.
Half an HP.
And then the rest of the show bangs, because then you're like into it. So.
That is ESET all again?
No, we don't have a second season yet, but we know that the second season has been filmed at this point, I'm pretty sure. I think they're done filming the second season.
Come closer.
And the first season ends on an absolute banger of a cliffhanger. An absolute banger. Like, normally cliffhangers are kind of cheesy, but like the setup for the second season was literally perfect.
Oh, no, actually, I'm going to left.
I don't know.
Episode 3, you can never forget. I think, I don't remember all of the episodes, like what order they're in, but if episode 3 is super memorable to you, then that must be, that must be the wolf episode. It has to be then. Okay, yeah. By the end of episode 1, you'll get the theme of the show. By the end of episode 3, you'll be like, I don't know if I've ever watched a show like this before.
There's an ESET there.
Really changes the pace of the genre for sure.
Hey, there's Sobek Dash. Run!
I miss this so much.
Yeah.
Why are they here?
I really remember watching that episode and just my jaw was on the floor. Literally on the floor. And I was
There's
like,
a hostile cuckoo in my jungle.
are they allowed to do that? Is that allowed? The one with the bus was the most memorable to you. That one sucked. I actually felt sick to my stomach in that one. Literally sick to my stomach. The bus was toxic. Literally toxic. Yeah. Me and Quinn are just hanging out. I don't know. I heard there's other lanes, but I ain't seen them yet.
Oh God!
You're fine. You're good.
I know mana. Nice job.
Hey, let's get. You want their red?
Yeah, you're piecing it all together, Fairy. What other lanes? Yeah, I'm not here.
Oh no, Pele.
Rumor has it that there's other lanes, but I ain't never gonna see them. You like the apartment episode?
Yep.
Okay. With the masks. The whole show's great. The whole show's great. I mean, you can go by episode by episode, and it's like,
Ooh, double stack.
it's just so good.
Oh yeah, duh. What are you talking about?
Ellie made her rotation over here.
I'm like, I'm killable. I got incon. What?
When they the nice thing about this show is you can kind of talk about it in code because it's really hard to know
It's nuts damage.
anything
Right
about
here.
the show if you just if you just haven't watched it. It's just, you gotta
I am coming.
talk about the individual episodes, but
We are going to kill things.
the 10 of Hearts
Bring it to me.
debut was maybe the hypest I've
officially
ever
clear away.
been in a television show ever.
To say the least.
Literally ever.
You all the way.
Did hit the wave a little bit.
So, I don't know if a TV show has literally ever given me the chills like it did when that happened.
Who's gonna know?
So,
Oh, Pele's gonna know.
yeah. Actually insane.
Pele might be coming left.
To be fair, everything that happens after that is
Probably she was just
gnarly. Gnarly. There are some like really hardcore
He does have
scenes.
damage me at this point.
Oh no, I don't. Oh,
There's one particular
Oh, yeah.
one where they're just running down the hallway trying to get to the people, and I was just like, oh my god. It was like watching like the Alice in Borderland version of like Normandy. I was like, I actually feel sick.
Pele all. Beast at all.
What's up, Mew? How are you?
That's Pele bees.
Hey, Mulan's rotating mid.
Yep, I'm on my way.
You still need
I
to
have
finish
spared
the
9
Expanse first. I don't know if I ever finished the Expanse. In fact, I don't think I did.
Coming, I'm looking for East side. I'm looking for East side.
I got
I
it.
don't think I did. I watched a lot of it, but I don't think I ever finished it.
Might as well.
I want to say I watched 3 seasons? I want to say I watched 3
Mess with
seasons.
me, dude, so I've got beads up. So.
Come closer.
Oh, did you put that right on top of the corner? Disappeared instantly. Okay.
What did I think of the
I was like,
100?
where did you
I
put
thought the
that? I heard
100
it.
was a fantastic show that should have only had like 1 season, maybe 2. And then I stopped watching. I don't know how many seasons of the 100 there ended up being, but I genuinely enjoyed the first season of the 100, and if I recall,
that
the
really
second
did.
season was also good, and then it got really bad really fast. I think I might have even watched the third season, and by the time I watched the third season, I was like, oh, they're doing the thing where they're producing so much content because it made money, and now they're just out of ideas, and it's just not good.
Oh, there was a Pele there. Just don't worry about it. CSET beat soon.
Season 2 of Alice in Borderland is scheduled out in December of this year.
So
Hell yeah. Let's go, dude.
Pele.
So that didn't.
I am with you now.
They're going to you, King.
The 100 was fun because like it had all of the like tropes of like the teeny bopper like fantasy sci-fi shows, which to be fair I tend to love even though they're cheesy. But it was like, okay, what if we take all of those like elements in like the teeny bopper sci-fi fantasy shows, but then we actually take out the cheesy stuff and we kind of make it hardcore. And it was like, oh, so like we're like really gonna like just have kind of young adults, but it's not like a young adult themed show. It's just like young adults in a situation that's treated like an actual story.
That is ridiculous.
And then they stopped doing that, but it was good.
Ink, are you gonna kill that today, or?
I'm working on it.
Alright.
You did it! Woo! I got Blink.
It was good.
Thank God I have a teleport.
And then it wasn't. And then it wasn't. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the ride while I was on it, you know?
The spirit of it.
I enjoyed the ride.
Nice job.
That was a nuts ultimate.
I am with you now.
I am with you now. Not to brag, but I'm the only person that hasn't gotten 10,000 gold yet. Kind of a big deal.
Also, nope.
I'm sorry, I'm faster than you.
Yeah, you're very sweet.
Come closer.
That's some good damage.
Yeah, we had it. This is.
Yeah. Have you seen All of Us Are Dead? Was All of Us Are Dead the high school zombie one?
I am with you now.
Do you have eyes on anybody?
Yes, I have seen that.
Do you have blink?
In fact, All of Us Are Dead is a show that I watched like 2 episodes of. And then stopped watching it because I was like, I get the idea. And then my brother watched the whole thing and he was like, what did you think? And I was like, I stopped watching it. I thought it was fine. And he was like, it gets really good. And I was like, does it though? And he was like, trust, you have to watch the 3rd episode. And then I watched the 3rd episode and I was like, oh, is this show actually good? And then it was actually really good for the rest of the season.
And got my thing canceled.
So that show takes like a full 3 episodes in order for it to kind of find its flow of where it's going, and then it's very fun.
The big fire? Big fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
I just wanted the speed bumps.
I'm going down.
Another one of those shows that was a little like.
Oh, there's a Mulan.
It started off, and I thought it was just kind of gonna be. Once again, just like a fun, but just like cheesy little teen show, you know. But they went the route of more like they went in a really cool route with like the military handling of a zombie apocalypse and stuff, and it was pretty cool. It was also. Funny enough, you're gonna be like, in-cause zombies are real. That show is slightly based on real-life events.
Got that first,
Not obviously the zombie apocalypse, but the concept of the show was based on a real-life event in Korea. The theme of the show basically ends up being the high schoolers, the children are on their own, and the adults are not coming to help them. And that became the theme after a terrible accident
Do we not want this tower?
in Korea that involved, I think, a high school was taking like a field trip onto a barge. They were like going across a lake on like a transport, and the ship sunk
Who did my speed
out
Pele?
like in the lake.
Pele did my speed.
And the captain of the ship and
Somewhere
all the
she did your speed at your
crew
speed, I assume.
Oh, okay,
took
sometime.
the lifeboat
That was
and left.
That was a great attempt. It was pretty funny.
And like all of the kids died, and it was like a lot.
I don't even try to be
It
funny.
was like
Just
100 plus kids or
Something
something.
Quentin.
died.
Thank you. You're welcome. Issa was standing on a ward.
It was kind
And
of
Quentin just
based
ulted
off
straight at her.
of those events. That was like the
Haley's speed, it's a
inspiration
war.
for the show.
All right.
You can look it up. You can look it up, and somebody
this
can
is
give me
kinda
the
risky.
exact
We don't have
numbers and
info
all
on
that
it.
stuff. It's been a while since
Got it.
I've looked it up, but
But we do have Circuit.
yeah, I think they
True.
rescued a few people, but
I
like
do
the
112
vast
with
majority of people on that ship died,
Get out of here.
and it was a lot.
Ariel.
It was like a lot.
She's dead. I'm dead. We're all dead.
Yeah, I got stunned on top of that Issa at all. That thing slapped.
I am with you now.
I know I'm here. So next up. Nice pillar.
Ooh, the thick Afro autos.
I got the persistent teleport. If y'all drop a ward, I can
Sure. There you go.
go alive again.
You know,
In the shadows.
I'm coming.
Oh, I am
Fine.
Oh no,
deader
Quentin.
than a doornail.
Come closer.
Okay.
Come closer.
I found the east side.
That was really
We're
rude.
good. We're good.
We can get the
Yeah. Looking at the deuce. I'm still looking at him because I missed.
Cauterizing wounds. I am with you now.
Right lane?
I think we just go
Yeah,
left.
left,
Yeah.
left.
Left.
I'm on my way, but it's gonna be awkward because the line just walked on that way.
Do you like my flowers?
May I have another word for
I mean, they're pretty.
Here, have a word.
I missed the. I did the totally wrong build. What is wrong with me?
Have a blue buff.
Love how Calvin
Kissing. Mwah.
Yeah, well. Yeah, it's
No,
persistent.
nobody likes my flowers.
I
there flowers?
said they're pretty.
All right.
Is that not enough?
Nobody likes.
Can
Alright,
we
now
do
get
gold, Fairy?
I got my
Kissing,
Deathbringer,
that's
so
Only if you do that.
The
What I'll
gentle
call Irish
touch of
accent the
fire.
rest of the game.
Bursting flames.
It's not Irish.
You got guitar lessons waiting for you.
Alright, absolutely. Yep. Now,
Gotta learn those sick
Good
riffs,
baby.
baby.
nope. Can't do it. We got one and done.
Kissing in this economy?
Did it on accident. Can't do it.
I will do what
Do it on
Gary
I
purpose.
think I
to be
finished the
done.
build.
Very
Oh no, I
soon,
need
so
a Magi's. I don't have the Magi's. I may never get there. You could afford to kiss in this.
1K Hydra's.
We split the
I
kissing
do
bill.
not have words.
I have a ward. Would you like to teleport to
It's
it?
ESET beads.
Just the
Gank left. We have a fight
I
here.
got you one to teleport
Collapse on him. We
to.
win this.
Thank you.
Iron rising
There you go.
wounds.
How's that 22 death goal coming along? Yeah, I'm not sure how I haven't died yet.
You're all backing.
Bursting flames.
This poor Selbag dude got so left behind.
Like a true support.
Yeah.
To the fire Dijante.
We can do it.
Poor guy. He's out here trying to support. Looks around, his whole team's gone. His back hasn't gone off yet, man. That was close, I feel like.
That was not a bad. Nice. Oh.
What has hit me?
Oh.
All right.
Let's go. Let's go.
GG's.
Good game, House.
GG's.
Quentin.
Calvin!
Easy peasy. Yeah. Easy peasy. Turns out Aphrodite support with no money is actually OP as long as your entire team does all of the work for you and you sit back and talk about TV shows. as it turns out, way easier that way. Like, I don't know why I didn't think about that, but I guess I should have just been doing that like the entire time or something. Thank you for supporting the Twitchiest community. If you'd like to see more videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel and always hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. Thank you for all your support and have a twitching day, y'all.